Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna talk about how to access a non-static method using method reference. Last example we discussed how we can access a static method using method reference. Okay, let's jump into our example. Before, if you're new to my channel, please do a subscribe so you can get all the updates. So what I'm gonna do is here, we all know the previous method which we returned. So I write a method which will compare numbers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy the same method here, and I'm going to my new class and I'm gonna paste the same method here. Okay, so let's copy it again. So copy and come back to our own method and paste it. So now I'm gonna remove the static. So the static method now it becomes a normal method, which means a non-static method, or you can call them as a instance method. So if it is a static method, we can access using class name, right? But since it is a non-static, we have to create an object. Let's do in a normal way. So what I'm gonna do is, let's create object for this particular class. So obj is equal to new object. Okay, so the way how we can access that, so this is out. I'm gonna print the data. So obj a dot, and the method which you're gonna call is compare numbers. It's obj, right? So obj, come on, obj dot compare method numbers, and the data I'm gonna pass 20, 10. So which will return 1, right? Because x is bigger than the y. So let me run it and show you what is the outcome. Okay, so we got 1, but that's not the point. So what we are trying to do, I want to access this method using method reference. So it's not a static method. So if it is a static method, we can access like this. Okay, let me copy this, Control C, and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, so here we don't have method reference example, it's a different class, so I cannot use my method reference class here. So what I'm gonna do, so if it is a non-static method, you can use method reference using object names. So I have an object name here, obj. So obj, and use the two reference operator, which means colon and colon, and then you can use the compare numbers. So now it's evident. So what we're gonna do, we have to simply call it out. So s out compare using instance or object name. And what I'm gonna do, so let's create some object here. We have object or existing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply call the compare numbers, and then we need to use a compare method to pass the information. So 20, 10. So the outcome will be the same. So let me run this code and you'll see what's gonna happen. Both of them giving the same outcome. So just keep one thing in your mind, it's not a static method, so I cannot use class name to call this method. I am trying to use a method reference, and since it is a non-static method, I can create an object for my class, and using the object name I can call my method. So if you try to use this method, this class name here, it won't work because it's not a static method. The static methods and members, they belongs to a class, but this is not a static, so which means it belongs to an object. Okay, so just give it a try, and in the next video we're gonna talk about how can we access a constructor using the method reference. Then that's gonna be an interesting one. Okay, so till then, thank you, see you.